On the continuation of delays due to a safety issue with rail cars.
It sucks.
I'm Mike Murillo.
DC's health director concerned vaccine hesitancy could affect the child vaccine clinics. I'm Megan Cloherty.
Two very different reboots are on tap this weekend. We'll hear more. It's 11 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Facet Wealth.
I'm Allison Keyes in Washington. President Biden just addressed the nation after Democrats in the House passed his $1 trillion infrastructure bill, calling it a monumental step forward. CBS's Stephen Portnoy.
Finally, Infrastructure Week.
The president said his most significant legislative achievement to date will be a game changer.
This is a blue-collar blueprint to rebuild America.
He says the $1 trillion bill will lead to the refurbishment of the nation's aging infrastructure.
In roads and bridges, the most significant investment in 70 years, and more investment in public transit than we've ever made.
Mr. Biden said he's confident the House and Senate will next pass a larger package of social programs. CBS's Nancy Cortez asked what gives him such confidence.
Me.
Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Washington.
In Texas, a tragedy at a music festival in Houston.
At least 8 people are confirmed dead, at least 17 others sent to area hospitals, and
over 300 patients were treated at the field hospital that was set up out here at this location.
Houston Fire Chief Samuel Pena.
The Houston Fire Department had over 55 units responding to this event.
And from Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo.
They're working to identify all the victims. What has been made clear, the folks that were transported, some as young as 10.
Tom Foti, CBS News.
Now to Scotland, where climate crisis protesters are rallying to get world leaders to do something about fossil fuels. CBS's Roxana Saberi.
Thousands of protesters are expected to march here in Glasgow today, even more than yesterday when many young people hit the streets. Many tell us they've already been living with the disastrous effects of climate change, whether it's droughts, wildfires, or smog.
In Georgia, a tough first day in the murder trial of 3 white men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery. Prosecutors showed video of them using their trucks to chase him down. CBS's Omar Villafranca.
After the long day in court, Arbery's family addressed the media.
Today I decided it was time to see the video. It's very heartbreaking.
An emotional first day, and the jury will hear from more witnesses when the trial continues on Monday.
Pfizer has a COVID-19 pill that is nearly 90% effective in preventing hospitalizations and death. But could it eventually be an alternative to the vaccine? Harvard's Dr. Ali Raja says.
There are really 2 different steps in the process. And it's really important to still get everybody vaccinated. But then if you have breakthrough cases or you have patients who can't get vaccinated for some reason, then these oral medications can help keep them from getting more ill.
Get ready to move your clocks at 2 a.m. tomorrow as the nation falls back to standard time. This is CBS News.
Facet Wealth, personalized and affordable financial planning for everyday Americans. No wealth or asset minimums. Quality financial advice for every stage of your life.
It's 11:03 on Saturday, November 6th. 52 degrees with sunshine. Highs today in the mid-50s. Good morning. I'm Sandy Kozel with the top local stories we're following this hour. A few legislative races in Virginia are still up in the air, but it's now clear which party will control the House of Delegates when lawmakers return in January.
While some votes still need to be counted, Republicans have won at least 51 seats in the House of Delegates, giving them control after 4 years in the minority. Democratic leaders conceded Friday that a tight race in Virginia's 91st district went the way of Republicans by less than 100 votes. House Minority Leader Todd Gilbert says he's already spoken to Fairfax County Democrat and current Speaker of the House Eileen Filler-Corn about a smooth transition of power. Gilbert is in line to become Speaker now, though Delegate Terry Kilgore says he's running for that post too. John Doman, WTOP News.
The Loudoun County School Superintendent says the county is hiring a law firm to look into assault allegations at 2 of the county's high schools.
Both incidents involved a then 14-year-old boy charged with sexually assaulting 2 girls at 2 high schools. The first occurring May 28th at Stonebridge High School in Ashburn. A Loudoun County juvenile court judge last month ruling the girl was sexually assaulted in the bathroom. That same boy is charged with groping a different girl on October 6th at Broad Run High School. On Friday, Superintendent Scott Ziegler announcing that the county had hired the law firm of Blankenship and Keith to conduct an independent review of both incidents. Ziegler says, quote, "Together, they can make sure the schools are a safer, more nurturing environment for every student," end quote. Dale Walters, WTOP News.
Metro riders may have expected this, but it's still painful to hear. Trains will stay on a reduced schedule for a little longer.
That reduced service will be here at least until the end of this month, according to Metro's latest update. It says the next couple of weeks will be spent testing and inspecting the agency's sidelined rail cars. After that, a plan for putting the cars back into service can hopefully be developed. About 60% of the agency's rail car fleet has been offline following a Blue Line derailment last month, which led to the discovery of a problem with wheel assemblies. In the meantime, Metro says it's been putting some older rail cars back into service, leading to what it calls incremental service improvements. John Aaron, WTOP News.
I'm Mike Murillo at the Twin Brook Metro Station.
It sucks.
Louis Raimondo lives in Germantown but travels to Beltsville, which means he's hit by planned station closures for work at Rockville and Shady Grove Metro stations and reduced service due to the safety issue with the rail cars. Now it means another month of.
Everything now is like a half an hour. If you miss a train, you got to wait a half an hour now.
For Jocelyn Buda, she says the added delays have really slowed her down.
Now I'm waking up an hour earlier. I have to leave my house by 5:30 to catch a bus and stand here and wait in the cold, and it's gone colder, earlier than it did last year, and it's been rough.
At the Twin Brook Metro Station in Rockville, Mike Murillo, WTOP News.
3 people are in the hospital this morning after a shooting and stabbing in Herndon. It happened just after 3 a.m. on Centerville Road near the Village Center Shopping Mall. Fairfax County Police say the violence occurred after a fight broke out in a business and spilled into the parking lot. All 3, including at least 1 man and woman, are expected to survive. The incident is still under investigation. Coming up after traffic and weather, 2 very different reboots are on tap this weekend. We'll hear from TV Guide's Matt Roush. It's 11:06.
Just hearing the word cancer can be frightening. At Kaiser Permanente, we're a leader in the prevention, early detection, and treatment of cancer. We keep track of your cancer screenings and remind you when it's time for the next one. And if you ever do hear that word, our teams of specialists use cutting-edge treatments to help make other words like hope, recovery, and cancer-free possible. Kaiser Permanente, tomorrow's healthcare today. Learn more at kp.org/thrive.
Kaiser Foundation Health Plan of the Mid-Atlantic States Incorporated, 2101 East Jefferson Street, Rockville, Maryland, 20852.
Basketball fans, celebrate the NBA's 75th anniversary season on FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can place their first bet risk-free, and if you don't win, you'll get up to $1,000 back. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, now is the perfect time to give it a shot. I like messing around with same-game parlays. That way, I can have action on any given game. Multiple ways, by betting stuff like player point totals, money lines, totals, point spreads, you name it. And now FanDuel is accepting Venmo. Sign up using promo code BIGCHI, BIGCA.
Hello, this is Discover, and we take customer service very seriously. We know that if you have a question or concern about your credit card, that's a serious matter, and you need to talk to a real person about it. So we offer around-the-clock access to seriously talented representatives in the USA. Again, it's a serious endeavor. The only funny thing about it is Bob. If you call us and Bob answers, you're in for a treat. Get 100% U.S.-based customer service and talk to a real person day or night. Discover. Exceptionally common sense.
When Sandra doesn't talk to a Mattress Firm sleep expert, junk sleep presses the wrong buttons in her brain. And Sandra presses the wrong buttons in the elevator, leading to a dreadful journey for her and the accountants now headed up to floor 42. 7, 8, 9. While Sandra avoids eye contact, let's reflect on how a better mattress would have led to real sleep. If you need real sleep, head to Mattress Firm and unjunk your sleep today.